Very good morning, everyone. It's George Beiruthi here, giving you the market report for Thursday morning, the 10th of March 2022. We start and see what happened overnight. On Wall Street, the Dow was up 2%, the S&P 500 was up 2.6%, and the Nasdaq Technology Index was up nearly 4%. A good day on the market. But I'm going to show you in a minute what happened over the last 4 days combined. BHP was up slightly in New York, and so is Rio. And most large organizations on the Nasdaq and the Dow were all up, as you can see here, good rise. In Europe, the Stoxx 50 index, which comprises most major European markets, was up 7.4%. That's a major rise, based on what happened in Germany, where the DAX was up 7.9%. In London, market up 3.3%. In France, 7.1%. And our futures are indicating that the market most likely will open 27 points higher, or 0.4%. Actually, it opened some time ago, and actually it's well above the 27 points. Gold has a major drop of 3.1% overnight and fell below the 2,000 US per ounce mark. Also, the Brent crude oil, a major drop. Remember, this one got up to nearly $140 US at one stage last week or early this week, and now it's down to 100 and let's say 13. Iron ore was down 3% in the US, was trading at 157 US and 55 cents per ton. The Australian dollar, 73.2, slightly below what it was yesterday morning. And Bitcoin trading at 41,800 US, and that gives you 57,700 Australian dollars. As you can see here, it jumped from 38,500 to 41.8, and the same thing in Australian dollars, from 53,000 to 57,700. Now we go to the next page. You can see here the 3-day movement, and you can see the Dow over the last 4 days, despite the increase overnight of 2%, over the last 4 days, the Dow was down 180 points or 0.5%. And the S&P 500 over the last 4 days, 0.8% lower. And the Nasdaq is the worst, down 1.7% over 3 days, despite the 3.6% rise overnight. On our market, even though yesterday the market was up 73 points or 1%, over the last 4 days, it's actually 7,110. That's before the market opened this morning. However, when you look at what happened this morning after the market opened, we're really right below, we are slightly below 7,100, which is actually the level where we were 4 days ago. So in other words, we've seen some volatility, and the market this morning is where it was 4 days ago. Gold, major drop overnight, 55 US dollars per ounce. However, over the last 4 days, gold is still $31 higher compared to where it is this morning. Silver, again 2.3% higher, or 58 cents, and where it was $25.79 US per ounce, and the market today is what? $25.82. Copper, again 15.6%, no, that's 15.6 cents per pound, and that is actually 3.3% higher. And the Australian dollar versus the US will give you 73.2 versus 72.7 the day before. And 4 days ago it was trading at 73.7 US cents. Now we go to the front page and we pick up the volatility, the companies with high volatility. You can see here Newcrest Mines and Northern Stars had extreme volumes. I compared the volume of yesterday versus the moving average volume over 50 days. We calculate the moving average, which is actually 4.5 million, and yesterday Newcrest Mines was trading 17.5 million shares. If you look at on the mid cap, Red S or Red 5 had the volume was nearly 4 times the average, and the price went up by 7.1%, and Piedmont Lithium 7.5% higher and more than twice the volume. So you need to understand, if the volume goes up, the price goes up. There is a good reason. So we go and investigate it and see whether it's worthwhile trading. The first thing I want to do is actually look at this company here, Red S. However, when you look at its value, the fair value is 34 cents. So in actual fact, it's overvalued. And this company here, it's trading at 86.5. I assume that's cents. And the fair value is $1. So there is a bit of movement here, but it's not really as exciting. Now, in terms of Newcrest Mines, we are almost where the fair value is, and Northern Star is actually overvalued. Okay, we move on to the next area, the last area. We look at most active stocks. You can see here a company called Allkem was up 7.2% yesterday, and the fair value is $9.70. So I think, the price is nearly, I think there is a good value here. WiseTech Global, 6.4% rise yesterday, and the value is $53, nearly 10% higher than the price. Allkem, actually what we're saying here is that it's overpriced, overvalued by nearly 2%. Block, $141, fair value $183. There is a potential for 30.1% if it was to reach its fair value. Okay, that's all from us here at FS Securities. Trade safely and wisely, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.